Well, hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. It's Sean from Seankbeauty. And this is Seank's Beauty Bar, where we grab from the bar and discuss everything beauty. So today I am going to actually do a makeup look, shop my stash, and I'm going to put it on so you can actually see the finish of these products that I'm going to recommend. Of course, if you've been with me for a while, Phoenicia, Barb, Tamara, you all know my stash is pretty much, this is my stash. So I'll just show you guys. It is not that big of a stash. But it does have enough makeup in it where you can do an everyday makeup look and still achieve the look that you're going after. I am, curating my makeup collection. So as that is happening, I'm sharing those unboxings with you all. But I'm going to show you what's already in my stash. As you all know that I'm a huge lover of Estee Lauder, so please forgive me if you see a lot of Estee Lauder, but I'm also going to use some other brands as well, so stick around for that. So let's get right into this video. So one of the things that I like to use a lot is the Badescu, the sprays. Now this one is the lavender spray. These come about $21 from Badescu, and they come with freebies, and that's why I really love to get them, because I get to try some of their other products. This is also the rose water. This is really good for calming the skin because it has chamomile and lavender in there. It's also great for hydration. And this also is, we all know, rose water. This is just great for hydration, fighting acne. It also has aloe in it. And I just did a video on aloe with having vitamins A, C, and E. So not only do we want to have a healthy canvas before we put on our makeup, we also want to use really great products so that we can experience the benefits from our skincare with wearing makeup. So I've already sprayed my face with this. I've also put on my Super Pomegranate cream, and I'll show you that here. It's the facial cream. So the primer I'm going to use today is the Estee Lauder Illuminating Primer. And, I mentioned on their website, if you purchase $45 worth of stuff, you get free stuff. This actually was a freebie that I got. And I just purchased, I think it was just the foundation. I can't remember, but a little bit of this goes a very long way. I'm just going to prime my face here. So primer is on. It doesn't feel tacky or sticky. It definitely gives a nice glow to the skin, and that's why I really love this. And it's very lightweight, so it doesn't feel like you have anything on. Now that I've prepped my brows, I'm going to go into this Jouer Jet Set palette, and I'm going to use a NYX Everyday pencil brush. I'm just going to go into this black shade right here on the end called Blackheads. And I'm going to fill in my brows. I love to use an eyeshadow because it does look seamless, it's quick, and I can get it done and I can see what I'm doing. The thing we want to do is clean up our brows. And remember, one of the tips that I mentioned in previous videos is if you have light hair, you definitely want to go with a lighter brow. But before I tint my brows and make them lighter, I'm just going to clean up what I've done with the eyeshadow from the Jouer Jet Set palette. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a little bit of this LA Pro Girl. This is in the shade Fawn. However, you can use Estee Lauder if you'd like, or your Chanel to clean up underneath your brows. Whatever concealer you have, 1 to 2 shades lighter is key. This is about 2 shades lighter than me, so it works perfect for cleaning up my brows. So I'm just going to go and turn my head, looking down. Forgive me if there's any noise in the background. It's a lot going on for the holidays. Dogs are barking. People are just being a little celebratory before the 4th of July. And it blends into my skin nicely, even before I put on my foundation. Okay, so as you can see, I've blended the concealer into my skin. I still have some on the back of my hands that I'm going to use for later. Now I'm going to go in with the Estee Lauder Double Wear. I absolutely love this. You all see a lot of the reviews online. You don't have to use a lot of this. And it works beautifully with the Illuminating primer because they're both silicone based. And remember I mentioned, like, if you use a silicone based foundation and a water based primer, you're going to have separation during the day with your makeup. So you want to make sure that your makeup is compatible with each other, your concealers with your foundations, with your primers. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this on the back of my hand. This is a thicker consistency from the Nude Fresh, but I'm just going to show you all how much I'm going to use. There's just a small amount because, again, this is an everyday look, so we don't need to go overboard. And I'm just going to tap this into my skin using a brush. And I'm just going to make sure I'm looking into the camera, but I really should be looking into a mirror. Just gonna make sure that I blend this in beautifully. And you want to tap with your brush because you don't want streaks. All right, friends, so I'm keeping the lights down because I really want you to see the true finish of this foundation. A little bit goes a long way. This gives you the coverage, it's beautiful, it's lightweight. There's no wonder this has won so many awards. I did not want to wear my night repair serum underneath this because I'm wearing the primer, and also because it is nighttime and I'll be washing this off right after this video. But you can see the application is just so seamless, and I haven't even highlighted underneath my eyes yet. So what I'm going to do is the rest of that LA Pro Girl, I'm just going to take that on from the back of my hands, and I'm just going to highlight underneath my eyes just a little bit. And this is enough to give you that coverage. Remember, when you're putting on concealer to conceal dark circles under the eyes, you don't need to use a lot of concealer and powder. It's just gonna be cakey, and then you're gonna have creasing. So that's the one thing we want to avoid. And we want our skin but better, right? We don't wanna look overdone. Whatever is left on my brush, that is what I'm going to use to highlight around my mouth. So I'm still using this product. This is what I love about this LA Pro Girl. Even though it's inexpensive, it gives me the coverage that I want, and a little bit goes a very long way, right around the mouth area. There you go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into one of my favorites just to highlight under the eyes a little bit more, and that is the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and this is in medium deep. I got a new one because I ran out of the old one. This is much lighter than my skin tone, but it gets the job done. So I'm just going to use a little bit under the eyes. So as you can see, it's lightened up my face quite a bit. When I use my powders and everything, it's gonna bring everything together. Now, in my previous videos, you all remember when I was in Houston working, I did a makeup tutorial where I said, when you're dealing with the under eye area, the one thing you don't wanna do is go straight in with powder. So after you've used your concealer, you want to wait a little bit, drink some coffee, come back, and then, you know, put your powder on. And we're not going to use a lot of powder. So I'm going to go and I'm going to show you all what I do next. So while I'm allowing this to just sit there for a little bit, I'm going to go into my eyes. I'm just going to go in with my Mocha Mami from Fenty, and you all, this is pretty much the eye look. I'm just going to go in, and it's super duper dark. This one is really at pan, and I'm too embarrassed to show it on camera. So what I like to do is I just take a big fluffy brush like this, and I will set that all over my transition area as well as my lid. Making sure that it's not harsh. And again, when you have hooded lids, you just want to blend this towards the ear. If you can see my earplugs, forgive me because There's so much noise going on. I guess everybody's already celebrating 4th of July in my neighborhood. So I'm just trying to stay focused while I'm doing this video. So I'm just gonna take that over this next eye as well. So you can use your bronzer if it's super duper dark to give you that everyday eyeshadow look. I will whisk this right underneath my eyes as well. Just like that. And I'm gonna do the same thing on the next eye. And the great thing about not having on your powder yet under the eye is that anything that falls from the bronzer, you can actually whisk away. Okay friends, so the liner that I'm talking about today is Fenty, and this is the Fly Liner. I really love this, and I'll show you why. One of the reasons is the length of the nose of the felt tip. It is super duper long, so for those hard to reach areas, even when you're doing your lashes, this works beautifully, but it gives you a lot of control. So I'm just gonna take this and look in my mirror here and just get this right above that bronzer shade into the waterline. And that's why I love this, because it gives me the precision that I need. And I'm just doing short strokes to make sure that I don't make any mistakes. All right, friends, so the next thing we want to do is we want to go in with a little bit of powder. Now, this is the Fenty Honey Powder. Fenty's making a lot of appearances on this video. I wasn't expecting that, but I use the banana powder, and I also love to use this. Now, again, this you can be confident with. You don't need a lot of this. So I've just put a little bit in the cap here. After you spray this with alcohol and clean it and let it dry. I just had to put that in there. And I put a little bit in here. I'm not going to use all of this though. You all know I don't like to use a lot of powder under my eyes, just a whisk. And I'm just going to use a clean makeup brush here that's really fluffy, and I'm patting off a lot of that product. It's set right here, just where I put that makeup, but I don't take it all the way up underneath the eye because I isolate that area for my next step. If you're a traveler like me, they come small in this sleek, beautiful packaging. I just really, really enjoy Fenty's products. So that's that with that. And then the next thing that I go into is right underneath my eye. And I'm just gonna go in with the MAC, and you guys can see I've hit pan on this, Dark Deep. I just got a new one in the mail. So I'm just gonna use this fluffy brush here, going into this powder right along the side where there is still powder. And I'm just going to whisk this right underneath the eye, just a little bit. We don't want to overdo our face. We just want it to be enough. And these products work so well together. All right, friends, next up is Dior Brow Show. This is 002. When you have light hair, you want your brows to be lighter as well. So this just brings a nice light cast to my brows, and it lays my brows down nicely. Okay, so my mascara is the Estee Lauder Sumptuous Mascara. Really love this. This was a freebie. When you spent $45, you actually got this for free. But I know that this is running low, so that's why I bought the Chanel. I've heard a lot of really great things about that, and I do enjoy that product. However, I don't use that every day. All right, so let's warm everything up. I'm going in with the infamous MAC Skin Finish in Dark Deep here, just getting that in, and it's beginning to warm up the foundation. As you can see, this is warming everything up. I don't use a lot of powder. I just use enough because I do warm up again with bronzer. So now I'm going to warm up this look even more with the Fenty Beauty Mocha Mommy color. This is a beautiful chocolate brown. And I just take this, if you're wanting to know where to put bronzer, start with the forehead and go in the shape of a number 3. So we're taking that down the sides of our face into the jawline. Right underneath, casting shadows. So this almost acts like a contour when you bronze, right? And sometimes with bronzer, I like to just take a little bit right here, right into the middle of my nose. Gonna go in with a fluffy brush and taking the Mocha Mommy down the sides of my nose. Cutting that off at the tip. They're rich, they show up on your skin. They just look amazing and it's very seamless. And it does what you want it to do. I'm gonna sit back a little bit so you all can see so far what the looks like. It's a very natural, very seamless. And these products, they just do what you need them to do. And that's why I really, really love this as my everyday stash, because I don't have to give much thought about what I'm going to put on and how long it's gonna take. And if I've gotta reapply and reapply, literally, I don't. I just sit here and I put it on and it does what I want it to do. I'm just gonna go in with a blush, and this is actually a refill pan of Max Raisin. And I really do love this shade. And I'm just gonna take that. And of course, if you don't wanna use the bronzer and this, you don't have to, but I just wanna show you all, this is my everyday makeup look. Just take a little bit of this and place right here on my cheeks. So beautiful. Look at that. So skin-like, very seamless. And again, quality products give you good payoff. And we all know MAC has been around forever. Going towards the ear. You know, I learned this technique from Max Factor. I was reading an article from him. He says, start at the front and work it towards the ear. So true. And I'm using a Lancome face brush, cheek brush. So it looks like I have a highlighter, but I don't. So moving on into highlighter, I'm going in with the Bronze Goddess shade Mirage. This is one of my favorites, a beautiful rose gold shade. I just take a little bit of this and I go, my face already looks like I have a highlighter for some reason, but I don't. But I just take that, woo. Wow, okay, maybe I went a little bit ham with that one. Okay. But you all, you see how beautiful that highlighter is. I take a little bit on the nose, a little bit on here. It's a little bit under my chin. This is literally what I do every day. And I'm just gonna take this right on the side of my cheekbone and above my brows, which is what I always do. And sometimes I'll just do a little bit right there. Just a little glimmer in the corners, and I just go back into Mirage and I go right in my inner tear duct. Y'all see that? So it just gives me a natural, beautiful look to the inner corner of the eye. See? I'm going in with the NYX Lip Pencil in Espresso. This is a really great brown shade. This is just a beautiful chocolate brown. And it just does what it's supposed to do. Now I do love MAC's Cork as well as their chestnut pencil. This works well as well. Now going into lip color, I'm going to go in with the Chanel Rouge à la Velvet Extreme in Eternal. This has been my go-to ever since I bought it. It's just this beautiful mauve powder-like finish lipstick, and I love it. This definitely is a must-have for everybody who wants to try a good matte. Look at that. Look at that payoff. you get a lot of payoff with this. Now I'm doing the Scott Barnes technique. I'm taking this towards the lip line to give the illusion of fuller lips, though my lips are full. But if you want your lips to look fuller, Scott Barnes says to take the applicator of the lipstick towards your lip line. Look at this lipstick, you all. It's so gorgeous. And it is a comfortable matte. It's not a matte where you're gonna feel uncomfortable in it. If you do, then just put on a little bit of like the Clinique lip balm or some sort of lip balm that won't interfere with the color. All right, friends, well, hopefully you found this video helpful. Do give it a thumbs up, share it, give it a like. If you're new, please subscribe to my channel. I would love for you to be a part of this growing community. I love to interact with my subscribers down in the comment section below, and I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried any of these products? Has any of them been sitting on your shelf and you're looking to pull them out again? I think a lot of us are being more conscious in the way we're using our makeup now, or even shopping our own wardrobe. So let me know in the comment section down below. I would love, love, love to interact with you again. Anyway, I love you all so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Ciao for now.